So in case you didn't know, about the shit, in case you just I don't know, cause you've been living under a rock or some shit. So basically, there was a worker in a warehouse, and I think it was like around midnight.
Metalface X657 says, no, this would have happened if you would have paid us more.
Yeah, it was a worker in a warehouse. Um, basically, I think it was around midnight in California. He basically set fire to the warehouse because he was upset that I guess whoever he works for was it whether it was the I think he's working for Walmart, right? He was working for Walmart, and I guess they weren't paying him. They paid him like I guess either minimum wage or below minimum wage or some shit. And he just was I guess he was just really pissed, and he burnt down basically the entire warehouse. He set the toilet tissue on fire. Um, I'll let it play first.
Tonight, new video on social media has surfaced of what appears to be inside a warehouse as someone is going around the room starting several fires while talking about their salary.
All you had to do was pay us enough to live.
I came across this local story from Ontario, California that I think should actually be a national story,
like,
because it could give us a little hint as to where things may go if we continue down this path of unaffordability,
Let me get water while this shit plays.
and the rising cost of living. So this is a man that set fire to his warehouse, a warehouse worker, of toilet paper as he complained about how he was not paid enough to live. So I'm going to first play for you the raw footage here. This is shared from Raw's Alerts of the fire alongside him setting fire to his warehouse. And then I'll get to the local news report discussing it as well. And I'm going to get to some of the reactions to this news story, which reminded me a lot of the reaction to Luigi Mangione.
Should have paid us enough to fucking live. You know, we may not get paid enough to fucking live, but these bitches dirt cheap. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. All you had to do was pay us enough to fucking live.
Metalface X657 says, you better pay us or I'm burning this shit down to the ground.
Pay us enough to live.
All right, so first it's important to note that nobody was hurt, thankfully, and the fire appeared to just be contained to the warehouse itself. I'll get to more details from the local news report from NBC LA that covered this as well. But look, this is the kind of thing that I don't want to predict is going to happen more, but the conditions are ripe for people to essentially snap and lash back at their employers for how they're being treated. We are in a situation where people can see that the wealthy are getting wealthier, that during the pandemic, billionaires quadrupled their wealth, and I'll get to more data on that in a minute here, while everybody else lost out. And if you continue not addressing the needs of the vast majority of people, the working class, people are going to begin to lash out like this. It should be a warning to those in power, politicians and the billionaires that control them. Things are only going to get worse, not because they should get worse in terms of the reactions like this, fires or whatever it is, but because of just the reality on the ground of what people are feeling and how you are setting people up to snap and react in a way that is ultimately not going to be beneficial to you if you continue propping up this system that is broken in favor of yourselves. Here is the NBC LA report on this.
Tonight, new video on social media has surfaced of what appears to be inside a warehouse as someone is going around the room starting several fires while talking about their salary.
All you had to do was pay us enough to live.
I don't know. I don't know what's going through his head, man.
We caught up with Alex Montero on Wednesday, who says he was working the night this Kimberly-Clark warehouse along Hellman in Ontario caught fire. Montero is stunned to see this video because this person, he says, is his fellow co-worker, Shamil Abdul Karim.
There goes your inventory.
I had just got done talking to him. He had just came over and helped me out with my truck. I was 5 doors down from him.
Fire officials say the fire started on Tuesday just after midnight and quickly grew because of the large amount of paper products inside the warehouse that fueled the flames.
They called break, and I went outside, I was sitting in my car, and not even 10 minutes go by, and I heard the alarm.
It took crews several hours to get the fire under control, even using drones to extinguish the hot spots after all 20 employees inside were evacuated. Moments later, Ontario police arrested Abdul Karim for arson. And tonight, Kimberly-Clark says the distribution center was operated by a third-party logistic partner, NFI Industries, and added that a response team has been activated to help relocate impacted workers and minimize customer and consumer impact.
How long have you been working there with the company?
About 3 weeks. Yeah, just started making good money, dude. You know, they called us hoping to relocate us to another warehouse. You know, but if anyone else is hiring, you know.
All right, so I'm gonna get to some reactions to this news, which again reminded me a bit of the reaction to Luigi Mangione. But that employer there, his coworker, says he was making good money. Sounds like he was a truck driver. He was the one that was unloading the truck. So I did do a little search. This is from Glassdoor. So again, these are estimates, averages here. But we can guess that the warehouse worker was maybe making around 37K to 46K, while the truck driver was making 60K to 88K. So there's a really good breakdown here. This is FM Smith 39.
All right. I don't need to listen to the rest of this, I don't think. I don't need to listen to the rest of this. That's basically the general breakdown of the situation. Basically, I was pissed a lot because this again, people because I was reading comments to Instagram, and people were saying like, oh, you know, I read multiple comments, people saying like, oh, you know, it wouldn't matter even if they raise your wage because you're a psychopath. Or even that guy that said he was working with him, he was saying he doesn't know what was going through his head, or does he understand why he did that shit? I understand why he did that shit. He even said it. He even said why he did that shit. They weren't paying him enough. They were not paying him enough. That's literally, and people also saying like, oh, why did he record it? He recorded it because he did it for a fucking reason. He did it for a fucking reason. He did it because he wanted to make sure everybody knew why he did that shit. Because if he didn't record it, it wouldn't mean anything. It wouldn't mean anything if he didn't record it. And he's probably gonna get caught anyway. So he's like, might as well send a message and let everybody know why he did that shit. He did it because he wasn't getting paid enough. I've read comments saying, oh, well, people who are cheering him on or they're supporting him, I hope that when an Uber driver, when an Uber driver comes to your house and you give him a small tip, you know, he burns down your house. These motherfuckers are fucking stupid as shit. Right? They want to burn. What he really means to say is, I hope that when your Uber driver comes to your house and you give him a low tip, he goes to his employer's house and burns his employer's house down. Because again, if the employers just paid the workers more, they wouldn't have to rely on customers tipping them. But I digress. Back to the main point. I support the dude who did this shit. I know everybody's like, oh, well, I don't really support the way he did it, but I understand why. No, fuck it. I support that he did that shit. Cause you know why? You know why? This is like Luigi. This is like the Luigi shit. This is exactly like the Luigi shit. He did this shit hoping that more people follow suit. He did this shit because he's hoping other people would follow suit behind him. Because again, like I said, all it takes is one. All it takes is one fucking person. If y'all watch the ant's life, you would know. All it took was one ant to up the hopper, and all the ants started fucking stepping up. That's all it fucking took. So he recorded himself doing this shit to send a message to everybody else, letting them know that, yeah, I did this shit because I wasn't getting paid enough. And the fact that he literally, his life is probably ruined, but the fact that he was like, you know what, I'm already getting paid dog shit wage, getting paid a dog shit wage, I had nothing. I had nothing else to fucking lose. That just shows you how bad he's suffering, especially right now. How expensive everything is. He probably was down bad for money. No, I literally that dude. I don't give a fuck. That dude's a fucking hero. I don't give a fuck. I put him in the same category as fucking Luigi. These fucking these rich CEOs. They get away with too fucking much. They get away with too fucking much. They get away with too fucking much. People are getting sick and tired of them. Literally, they pay the workers pennies on the fucking pennies on the fucking hour. This dude literally does a whatchamacallit. I'm guessing he does the packaging job, where he has to package all this shit, breaking your back for probably look 8 hours a day. And already knowing that you have no time to yourself, excluding the weekend. You have no time to yourself. You have no time to yourself at all. And he's working, barely making ends meet. I don't fucking blame him. And I think more people need to follow. Because that's the only way. This is the only way that companies will start to listen. The only time they start to listen is when you start hurting their money, when you start hurting their pockets. When you start hurting their pockets, then they start to fucking listen.
It's for Life says, "What's up? I'm on my break."
We're talking about the whatchamacallit, the warehouse that burned down, that someone burned down in California. That's what we're talking about right now.
It's for Life says, "It's just nothing more than a rich scheme."
What do you mean? What do you mean you're rich scheme? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's for Life says, "Well, you know they burn down warehouses on purpose just so they can get that insurance claim, meaning more money line in their pockets."
But I don't think a random worker did that shit on purpose, because it was a worker. It was a worker who did that shit. I don't think he'd throw away his life just to help the company make more money. That's a little bit crazy. I don't think they would do that. I don't think at least me personally, I don't know. I don't think they would do that shit. But I think it needs to happen more though. I think it needs to happen more though. It's the only way they're gonna fucking listen. And the funny thing also is that people were getting angry at the dude who burned the place down, right? Saying like, "Oh, now the workers are out of a job. Now now you made things worse for the workers." So when it's the jobs, right? When it's the corporations that have that lay off thousands of people, right? When you have those corporations that lay off thousands of people, they fire literally thousands of their employees, and they ruin their lives because now they can't fucking now they have no job in the shitty ass economy. Now they have no job, or better, even when they are part of the job, they get paid crumbs. That's fine. The companies ruining their lives like that is perfectly fine. I don't like how they always question, question the victim, right? The dude who burned down the place. They're like, "Oh, see, now you ruined everything for the workers and shit." But you didn't say shit when it was a company doing that shit. You didn't have shit to say. You didn't say, "Oh, they're ruining their lives by laying them off." They didn't say shit. Whenever it's the oppressor doing bullshit, no one ever questions shit. That's what was getting me pissed. Whenever it's the oppressor doing bullshit, no one ever questions anything. No one questions them, Everybody ignores it. But whenever it comes to the victim, oh, everybody has criticism. Everybody has criticism. Everybody has criticism all of a sudden. And you know what? It's the same thing as the Luigi Mangione shit. Again, when Luigi killed that CEO, right? When Luigi killed that CEO, everybody was like, "Oh my God, how could you do that? That guy had a family, he had friends, he had a life." You know what I'm saying? How could you do such a thing? How could you be so evil? That's bad. But you don't question, oh, how many lives did the CEO take when he canceled their fucking their insurance claims? When he denied their claims? How many people fucking died? How many people, you think those people that, you know, those people that died because he denied their claim, you think they don't have you think they didn't have a family? The thousands, perhaps millions of people that got denied their claims. Did they not have families either? People always question the victim, but they never question the oppressor. And as more of these situations happen, I'm starting to notice it more and more. I'm starting to notice the pattern that people just never question the oppressor, but always criticize the victim, and it's really starting to tick me off. It's really starting to tick me off. This shit needs to happen more. This shit needs to happen more. They've been getting away with this bullshit for too fucking long. They've been getting away with this bullshit for way too fucking long. People have had enough. They are literally squeezing every fucking penny out of people. And you have these fucking these people with Stockholm syndrome say, "Oh, you stack toilet paper rolls. You want to get paid more? You want to get paid $30 an hour?" Like they don't use toilet paper.
Steve 1035 says, "Suicide is a genuine option, bruh."
No. That's a pussy ass option. I don't even know what that's. What are you even talking about, Steve? What are you talking about?
Steve 1035 says, "Well, you might as well since niggas get pied peanuts."
No, what the fuck? No. What's wrong with you? No. No, bitch, we fight. What the fuck? No. No, you're not gonna freaking do that shit. That's what they want you to do.
1035 says, "And can't make ends meet in this goddamn economy."
No. Fuck no. No, we're not. That's not what we're gonna fucking do. It's called fighting, bitch. It's called fighting, bitch. What that dude did when he burned down that warehouse. You know what that
Steve 1035 says, "Instead
Yes.
of kill yourself,
You know the
kill
oppressor.
others."
Yes.
Got it?
Yes, you're oppressors. Yes. That's now that's a genuine option. Defend yourself. Defend yourself against your fucking oppressors. That's an option. What the hell? When your oppressors are fucking killing you and they're working you to the bone and slowly killing you, yes, that is an option. They're stealing your energy. They're stealing your money. You're stealing your time with your They're stealing your time with your family. They're stealing your health. Yes. That's a genuine fucking option. What I was saying before is fucking that guy when he
Steve 1035 says, bro is genuinely
Yes.
advocating murder,
Yes. Yes.
but for a vain reason.
Yes.
Steve 1035
Yes.
says. Valid.
Yes. Yes, I am. What the fuck? I'm not. I told you I'm not a fucking liberal. Liberals be like, no, we can't use violence, guys. You can't use violence. No, we gotta be peaceful. We gotta be peaceful. We gotta hold hands. And surely, if we just ask nicely, they're just gonna give it to. No, bitch, that fucking shit. That ship sailed long ago. I'm tired of this shit. When they're killing us, we have to defend ourselves. Unlike a lot of people, I don't think violence is inherently bad. I'm not completely against violence. I'm against.
Steve 1035
Peace will
says.
save this world.
No violence nor peace will save this world, bruh.
I don't think violence is inherently bad. Bitch, I am not fucking Thorfinn. I'm sorry. As much as I respect Thorfinn and shit, I'm not fucking Thorfinn. I'm sorry. I'm not fucking Thorfinn. I respect Thorfinn, but I am not fucking Thorfinn. I don't think violence is inherently bad. I think senseless violence is inherently bad. That's what I think is bad. Violence by itself is the same way as if it's the same mentality as having a gun. When you
Steve 1035 says. Violence is good, but it's just as useless as peace.
No. I don't think it's useless. Senseless violence is useless. That's the difference. I don't believe in senseless violence. Violence for the sake of violence is fucking stupid. That's why whenever I direct my anger, I am very specific where I direct my fucking anger. Because I don't believe in senseless violence. Senseless violence is just stupid. You're just burning down shit for no reason. I think your anger should be directed specifically towards certain people and certain things. Senseless violence, just violence in general, in terms of like senseless violence, is not good. But the thing is, you need one to have the other, or not one you need to have the other. But you know what I mean. In order to preserve your peace, sometimes you will have to resort to violence, which is one thing that Thorfinn literally he actually had to acknowledge. Is that you can want peace all you want, but no matter what, there's gonna be some nigga who wants to start violence. And in order to preserve your peace, you will have to resort to violence, or else he's just gonna kill you. That's just something that's just an unfortunate
Steve
thing.
1035 says. Yeah, okay. Direct all our violence at Peach fans, got it?
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I can't really stop you. But yeah, directing your anger against someone specifically is better than just being violent towards everybody. Is fucking stupid. But god damn it, Steve, you keep interrupting me. I was saying that dude who burned down the factory or the burned down the warehouse, he reminded me of like how slaves would literally fucking
says, or non-believer hybrid fans.
Whatever. It reminded me how slaves would were if they were getting taken, like they would basically say fuck it. I would rather fucking jump overboard and risk making it back to shore than fucking letting you fucking kill me. That's exactly what the dude did. He ruined his life. His life is probably ruined because he committed a crime. He's gonna get locked up. But he's like, at this point, I have nothing else to fucking lose. I'm already at my lowest. I literally get paid a shit ass wage. He probably just is living paycheck to paycheck. He's tired. He's stressed. He had nothing else to fucking lose. So he said, fuck it.
Steve 1035 says.
His life was already shitty. He had nothing.
Life was ruined either way.
Yeah, his life was already shit either way. He's living paycheck to paycheck. Bro's eating fucking highly processed garbage every fucking day. Barely getting any sleep. Stressed the fuck out. His life was already shit. And he said, I have nothing else to fucking lose. He said, fuck it. I'm gonna do this shit and hopefully everybody else follows suit. I'm gonna send a message. And that's exactly what he did. That's why I respect him. I respect him. I respect him and I respect Luigi. I wish it didn't have to end up like that. I wish he didn't have to fucking end up burning down a fucking warehouse. But I'm like, I can't necessarily say I blame him. And that's how it starts. That's potentially, not saying it will, that's how potentially, that's potentially how a revolution starts. All it takes is one dude at the right time. All it takes is one motherfucker. And then it starts a snowball effect. That's what I'm saying. And this is only a start. That was just one person. Now imagine if it's like 40, 50 people who have nothing else to lose. And they start doing the same thing. They start burning down fucking warehouses and shit. That's what I'm saying. All it takes is 50 Luigis. Realistically, think about it. All it takes is like 50 Luigis. 50 to 100 Luigis that just go and just fucking start burning down warehouses. At that point, it's just gonna snowball. The only reason that this shit hasn't started yet is people are too comfortable. But when the economy starts getting worse, when the economy generally starts getting worse and people can't pay for their fucking basic necessities, it's only a matter of fucking time. You can only starve the dog for so fucking long before it starts biting you. Right now, they're just feeding us crumbs, just barely enough to keep us afloat. But eventually, when those crumbs aren't enough to satisfy the fucking dog, it's gonna start biting your fucking hand. It's only a matter of fucking time. And Loki, I can't fucking wait. I can't wait until like genuinely like people just start going to fucking like I don't know. We start pulling up to like Bill Gates' mansion or some shit, and people just start like burning his fucking cars, burning all his shit. I can't wait. Like it's gonna be so fucking funny. It'll be better. It'll be better if they actually manage to find them. If they go pull up to their mansions and shit. They probably got bunkers and shit they're gonna hide in. But I mean, at that point, it's like, why you think your security is gonna protect you against like fucking like what, like 7-8 billion people? Because the rich people only make up like 1%. So you have like 7 billion, well, not 7 billion people. If we're talking about the U.S., even just the U.S., we're just talking about the U.S. specifically. It's 100 to 1. Your security is gonna die. Your security is not gonna protect you, dog. Like if I was their security, I'm like, nah, bitch, I ain't protecting you. Bitch, you know how many people are gonna come after you? Like, bro, it's like imagine you fighting off. Imagine you get turned into like the size of an ant, and now you gotta fight off like fucking 800 ants by yourself. That's what it's like. You're not fucking winning. You're not fucking winning. It's a losing battle. You're gonna get the shit beat out of you.
Steve 1035 says, and
yeah, I'm just saying, if you're shrunk to the size of an ant,
your life literally,
bro,
is as valuable as a summer. I'm just gonna stump you. You're gonna keep coming back. I'm gonna seal up all my cracks. You're gonna keep coming back. Why? Because you keep smelling the syrup. You worthless bitch ass nigga. You're gonna stay on my dick until you die.
But yeah, it's only a matter of time. Oh, and I can't fucking wait until people actually start doing this shit. Because honestly, it needs to happen like today. I mean, literally 2 days ago, we actually could have potentially all died because Donald Trump was gonna decide to nuke fucking Iran. Like literally, this shit should have been happening especially after fucking like yesterday. Like we literally all could have just fucking died if he fucking pressed that button to nuke Iran. I don't think a lot of people realize that. I don't think enough people realize like we all could have literally just died like yesterday. But thankfully, this nigga's too much of a pussy to fucking press the button. I don't know. I can't wait till he start fucking going after these motherfuckers. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. Honestly.